Welcome to World in 2 Minutes. These are your headlines. Dozens of refugees have been found dead inside a truck near the border with Hungary. Officials say it isn't clear how long they've been there and describe their deaths as a horrible crime. Meanwhile, Hungarian police say they've detained a record number of asylum seekers. 3,241 were held on Wednesday, 700 more than the previous day. Many passed under a razor wire fence being built along the border with Serbia. The UN says 340,000 asylum seekers have entered Europe so far this year. President Vladimir Putin and his Egyptian counterpart Abdel Fattah el Sisi have met for the third time. The two men discussed economic cooperation, conflicts and the political situation in the Middle East. Putin said a free trade zone between the Eurasian Economic Union and Egypt may be created. The Gujarat High Court has asked police to investigate allegations of police brutality following this week's violent protest in the state's capital. 8 people have been killed and more than a dozen police officers injured in the demonstrations. The Indian government has deployed paramilitary forces in the city after nearly 500,000 members of the affluent Patel caste demonstrated. They say they're having to compete with less privileged people for jobs. India allocates a number of government jobs and college places to so-called untouchables and the lower castes who are widely discriminated against. The smaller of the twins born to giant panda Mi Xing has died from respiratory failure. It's common for pandas to give birth to twins, but in the wild, panda moms typically care for only one of the babies. The zookeeper swapped the cubs every 4 hours to allow them both to be nursed and nurtured by the mother, but the tactic failed. Mi has given birth to cubs that survived twice before, in 2005 and 2013. Thanks for watching TRTworld.com, Istanbul.